and welcome aboard the maiden voyage of show where a show where I, a wee baby novice, sit with an expert and talk about space shows. I am your host. You're stressing me out, Carrie.
I'm sorry. I love this. I just love this. Okay, go ahead.
I am your host, Ensign Rebecca Frost, and I am joined by noted space show fan, Carrie Jackson. Carrie, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I love the concept of the space show.
Carrie has been most excited to get rolling on this. So
I've been dying to do it.
This season, we are talking about one of the shows that started it all, Star Trek, the original series. Now, Carrie, what is your relationship with the original series? Can you tell me more about that?
Oh, wow. We're going to go way back, aren't we? This is where I feel...
I know it's a deep one.
Well, yes. As a little kid, I didn't have many friends. And I especially didn't have friends who were into this kind of stuff, right? And I was all about Batman. I was all about... Gumby was my first thing. If you ask my mother, she'll say he loved Gumby, the cartoon.
Yeah.
And I was at the time when they were running the reruns in the afternoon on, I want to say Channel 4, I don't remember exactly. But I'd come home from school and I'd get a daily hit of Adam West Batman and then Star Trek every day. It was just the greatest thing in the world. And so seeing, Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock and Dr. McCoy, and they were friends at work. And, I wanted to be at work with them. I wanted to be on the...
It was stuff you liked.
Exactly. And it was teaching me things. It was teaching me about ancient Greece. It was teaching me about, physics and things like that. And I didn't realize I was learning. And that's how you teach Carrie things, is trick him into learning. Schoolhouse. If not for Schoolhouse Rock, I wouldn't have made math. But anyway.
What physics do you know now?
I know a lot of physics. I know about how, all the stuff on the Enterprise works.
So, but is that real physics or is that...
It's based on real physics. That's what's really cool about this, is because the classic series, we're talking about the original Star Trek, had science consultants, and you had some of the best science fiction writers of the time who were also science nerds looking into this stuff. And if you take a look at from when that show started to where we are now, the little nerds that were watching this show, they're the ones who developed the tech that we have now. They're the ones who made your communicator, your cell phone. They're the ones who said, I want that on that show, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to figure out a way to do it. And so that's what's really cool about Star Trek. It has launched so many careers into science and space and medicine and all of that. It's an inspirational show. Inspirational.
That's so fascinating. I never really considered that before, right? Because right now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the first 5 episodes of season 1. And I so far have yet to experience that.
It's because it's all been done. You're like, yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah. It's hard to watch the original and not think, oh, this is based on XYZ. Yeah, so fascinating. I have actually reached a point with my communicator where I've changed my notification tone to the bosun whistle. So Carrie is whipped out. He's got props. Carrie has a table full of props next to him, and he is showing them.
I need 3 of them. I need 3 communicators.
For your friends?
Each one does a different thing, but anyway.
So in this episode, we are going to be talking about the following episodes: The Man Trap, Charlie X, Where No Man Has Gone Before, The Naked Time, and The Enemy Within. Now, here's the thing. If you pull up Paramount Plus and you want to start at the beginning with us, you'll notice that they list the first episode as The Cage. And The Cage, while the technical first pilot of the show was rejected by NBC and the network ordered a new pilot, which we know as episode 3, Where No Man Has Gone Before. So for this podcast, we are going to skip The Cage and revisit it later after watching the rest of the series.
Oh, good. Okay. I think that's the way you should, because that's the way it was presented to the public. So,
well, not in Britain. Listen, okay. But before we even talk about these episodes, what I wanted to do is I wanted to just give a brief description of the episode. We can talk about our feelings about it, and then I have 1 or 2 pieces of trivia that I personally enjoy.
All right.
I have quickly learned in researching these episodes and trying to find quick trivia bits, there are pages and pages and pages of information about each individual episode.
Oh, yes.
So we're not gonna be that intense. I'm here for a good time, not a hard time, okay?
That's good. All right.
So let's dig right in and talk about the man trap, where Dr. McCoy discovers his old flame is not what she seems after crew members begin dying from a sudden lack of salt in their bodies.
She hasn't changed a bit, has she, Jim?
This one, I like the concept of a monster of the, like, kind of like a monster whodunit of the week, and this is kind of what we get with this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Nancy Crater, his long lost love, the one that got away from Dr. McCoy, and he's off. She went off with this other scientist and is on a planet, and they're the only two on the planet.
They're the only two.
And they were researching an ancient civilization, the ruins of an ancient civilization that they found. That's why they were there.
But she is not what she seems at all. She actually happens to be a cool monster, like a hairy bug monster.
We always just referred to her as the salt sucker.
Whoa, oy, oy, oy.
But Nancy was on the planet with this other guy, and the salt monster came along and killed everybody else that was with them on the expedition, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's never really quite explained to me properly. And the salt monster kills Nancy as well, and then assumes her form, and the guy's okay with it. He's happy to have friend,
The thing that this monster leaves behind is just a ton of hickeys, and so I'm sure he's totally cool with it. The fun piece of trivia that I did happen to find is this episode led to the invention of liquid IV, which you can find now. That's electrolyte beverages.
You tell me this stuff, and I'm going to take you serious.
Well, anyway. That's the thing, because there's too much information. Literally, I go to Memory Alpha, and it's like first draft finish July whatever 1965, second draft finished whatever, and I'm like, that's too much information. I don't need to know all of this.
There's a lot of minutia nerds that need that stuff. So
and
that's what Memory Alpha is for. If you ever have a question about Star Trek, Memory Alpha is where you go.
Yeah, if it brings you joy. Mm-hmm. So this was technically the first episode to air on NBC. But it was actually the 6th episode that was produced, and NBC chose to air this episode first because they felt that it had more action than any of the first 5 episodes, and it also featured a monster.
And it had a monster. I think that was the final thing, was they went, yeah, monster.
Fantastic karate chop in this episode, where we see both hands together.
It's the James Kirk two-handed chop. It's patented. It's a patented move.
Another thing that I'm noticing about these episodes, they just love throwing people around rooms, don't they?
Oh, yes. Oh, and more to come, trust me, as we get down the road.
There's one where I have a screenshot of the episode where they hit the wall so hard they broke the cardboard.
Everything was made of cardboard.
So moving on to episode 2. Oh, yeah.
My favorite part of the man trap, though, is that architect guy, or the scientist guy, walking around with a handful of salt tablets outside yelling, Nancy! I have salt! I have salt! Anyway.
Why don't we just have a lot of laying around?
Of course, yeah. I told you, we just need salt tablets. That's all. Get out of here. That's all we need. We don't...
Yeah, but I liked that this episode introduced the concept of just like smaller stories. And another thing I'm also noticing is the bad guys are usually men who think they are gods.
That's more to come. Come.
Absolutely. Especially in episode 2, Charlie X, where Captain Kirk must learn the limits to power Oh, wait, hold on. Captain Kirk must learn the limits to the power of a 17-year-old boy with the psionic ability to create anything and destroy anyone.
Now, here's the fun part about this episode, because, you know, we were planning on doing this, and I decided I'm going to go back and rewatch them all. And I'm glad I did, because, well, I love it, and I forgot an awful lot of stuff. But here's the fun thing about the Charlie X episode. I have my Paramount Plus and my downstairs TV and my upstairs TV. It would not let me open the episode for Charlie X up or downstairs.
And you know why?
It didn't want me to rewatch it.
And you know why? Because of all the sexual harassment. And it doesn't want anybody to watch this episode anymore ever again. Okay?
This is where the campaign Justice for Janice Rand comes.
Oh man, if I was Janice Rand, I would have quit way back in Starfleet, probably. Because this episode also features some of my favorite. So essentially, Charlie X he has that trope of born sexy yesterday, where he has been abandoned on a planet since he was a child, but he has knowledge and he speaks English because of the computer system, but he doesn't know stuff. So he sees a woman for the first time, and boing, what's all this about?
But think about all those tech nerd boys that you've known. They don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And he was kind of the first, you know.
Yeah. But this episode has one of my I'm laughing just thinking about it. One of my favorite moments where Captain Kirk is talking to Charlie after Charlie has witnessed two male friends slap each other on the butts like a good game, right?
Hey,
I'll see you later. I'll see you later on the holodeck. And Charlie's like, noted. This is what friends do.
This is what people do, yeah.
He has an interaction with Janice Rand, and she goes to walk away, and he just kind of slaps her on the butt. And she goes, hold up a minute. And I go, hold up a minute. And so she's taking it to Kirk, and
because you know he's the dad, apparently.
He's the dad. He's got a dad. Kirk, he touched my butt. So, and Kirk's, I'm sure, like, I don't know what the issue is, but HR. And so he goes to Charlie and says, listen, there's no right way to hit a woman.
There's no right way to hit a woman. That's some old-fashioned wisdom there.
He literally cannot fathom or comprehend the concept of explaining consent to someone.
I don't know if Kirk understood consent, and that'll happen in future episodes. So the kid playing Charlie was 26 years old at the time, playing the 17-year-old boy. But Tina, the woman that they try to set him up with that's more age appropriate, was 23 at the time. And the woman playing Janice was 36 at the time. Mm-hmm. So wild ages all over the place. But also another super annoying thing about the guy playing Charlie X. Okay. He is a method actor. So he chose to remain in his dressing room and not interact with any members of the cast, as this would help his characterization of a strange, aloof person. Well, it worked, I guess.
He's just aggravating across the board, you know?
Or as Laurence Olivier once said, why don't you try acting, my dear boy?
Or like Toni Collette said, somebody asked her if she finds acting difficult, or there was a question about method acting, and she was like, no, because it's my job is to act.
Yes.
I don't have to. She's no Jeremy Strong. Says someone who's never watched Succession.
If you want your best lesson on acting, I want you to search out the show Extras and look for the Ian McKellen scene where he explains to Ricky Gervais about acting and how to do it and what it is. And he boils it down just beautifully, because you see, you show up on the day and you pretend to be. You're confused, I can tell. Let me explain to you. You will have the word. How will I know what to say? The words are written in a script. You know, where do I stand? People will tell you. I'm Peter Jackson came to me, says, I want you to play Gandalf, Lord of the Rings. I said to him, you are aware that I am not a wizard? He says, yes, I want you to pretend to be a wizard. And so I showed up on the day, and I pretended to be a wizard.
I'm astounded you have this whole episode memorized.
Oh, it's hilarious. The whole bit with just find it. It's on YouTube. Anyway, go ahead.
So some will say that acting is like going where no man has gone before, which is also the name of our third episode, Where No Man Has Gone Before. Which, let's see, what did I say about this one? This one was supposed to be, this is the new pilot, and I can see why, because this episode is crazy. The flight recorder of a 200-year-old USS Valiant relays a tale of terror, a magnetic storm at the edge of the galaxy. And this one, again, features a guy who thinks he's a god, which, because technically he's kind of granted godlike powers. And there's an effect in this episode that I thought was so cool that I had to Google it and was immediately horrified. So the two antagonists of this episode, Gary and Elizabeth, when they're affected by the magnetic storm and get their fun godlike powers, their eyes change to this really cool, shiny silver.
It's silver, yeah.
And because it's 1966, I'm like, this isn't CGI. This is a practical effect. How are they doing this? So I Googled it. And essentially, this effect consisted of tinfoil sandwiched between two contact lenses, which covered the entire eye. Yeah, just horrifying stuff. Apparently wearing the lenses was difficult for the guy who played Gary. He could only see through the lenses by looking down while pointing his head up. So he used this look to kind of convey his arrogant attitude, which came across very well.
And I think that was one of our first looks at Sally Kellerman, who became quite a famous actress in the 70s. She doesn't show up again because she died. Yeah, I mean, the actress Sally Kellerman. She was delightful. Anyway.
Oh, how interesting. This episode wasn't broadcast first, even though it's a pilot, but the network felt that it was too expository and would not have made a good premiere episode for the series. And I can see that. It's a bit of a thinker.
And I think this is the one, because it was so early on with Spock, that he smiled or laughed or something. As he's playing chess, right, with Kirk at the beginning.
I think so. But he also, I think in Charlie X, when you heard us singing her song, I think he smiles there too. I can't remember, but I do.
That was kind of before Nimoy had it figured out,
I remember reading this one specific fact about, this is the first time Spock, again, so much info about each episode.
Minutia.
It's so much. This episode also features when our godlike friend is kind of messing with Kirk, shows Kirk a grave for him, but the name on the grave is James R. Kirk.
James R.
It's never
I didn't notice that.
It gets retconned in a book somewhere. Listen, it's all explained away as who'sy whatsy, right? But the gravestone does say James R. Kirk, and so of course there's pages and pages and pages of that as well.
Of explaining away. I think this episode is the first time we see a phaser rifle as well. That
is correct. That is also a fact I remember that I read.
Which I don't understand why we need a phaser rifle, because apparently the pistols are so powerful they can disintegrate a person.
I think it's more of a preference.
Is it
like if you're going big buck hunting,
Okay.
Feel more powerful, more like a man if you have a big old
rifle. A rifle, yeah. I got a gun rack in my truck, yeah.
Speaking of fun weapons, episode 4, The Naked Time. The crew is infected with a mysterious disease that removes people's emotional inhibitions to a dangerous degree.
So they all got drunk. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This episode, in his autobiography, George Takei names this one as his favorite. And he was so excited at the concept of using a rapier, and so he took a crash course on how to sword fight and would just wield around the rapier for hours, poking various crewmen throughout the day.
Well, it is the episode with Maximum Sulu. I mean,
Maximum Sulu.
He's all over it.
If you Google this episode, the first photo that comes up is Sulu without a shirt on.
Yep. Which was an action figure I don't think they ever made.
Oh, we could do it. We should get a Funko. Can we get a Funko?
Let's do that.
Shirtless Sulu.
With a rapier.
This this episode also featured, like most of the episodes, amazing outfits. So in the beginning of the episode where they go down to the planet to investigate, it's Spock and is it who goes down with him? Tormalin.
So just some red shirt.
They're wearing these thermal suits that are made out of
the silver
and Tormalin, our red shirt, takes his glove off to wipe his nose
like a big dummy,
like an idiot, and wonders why they came back infected. Those thermal suits were made out of shower curtains.
Good. They do have the little patterns on them that I remember from
it's a 1960s Art Deco style shower curtain, and I looked at that and I thought, wow,
excellent.
Would like that as a shower curtain
in my Brady Bunch house.
I truly don't remember much else from this episode because it's just everyone's terrible things dialed up to another
everybody lost their mind. I think there was graffiti on the wall at one point.
Oh my God.
Which
on the Enterprise?
It upset me more than anything because that's such a clean, beautiful ship. How dare you? Then they find a way to cure everybody, and everybody's embarrassed, and let's all forget that it happened, and we move along.
Oh, I cannot believe. Oh, what is the Kilroy was here? I can't believe I wrote Kilroy was here on the wall. This is also the only original series episode in which 3 primary female crew members, Uhura, Chapel, and Rand, appeared together. These characters did not appear together again until Star Trek: The Motion Picture in 1979.
Really?
That's what one of the many pages told me.
Wow. Okay. Because I remember the 3 of them being in the movie, but I don't remember them all at the same time. Maybe it was in that big meeting scene. All right, we'll get to that. Okay. I'm piecing it together right now.
We can't afford to hire more. We can't afford to have more than one woman on set at a time, because of the enemy within, which is the patriarchy, which is also the name of episode 5, The Enemy Within. A transporter malfunction splits Captain Kirk in 2 halves, one meek and indecisive, the other violent and ill-tempered. The remaining crew members stranded on the planet cannot be beamed up to the ship until a problem is fixed. This episode I hated more than anything else in the whole wide world.
Unload. I want to hear it. Unload.
It's just okay. Here's a compliment sandwich. Okay, I liked that I like it when they just let William Shatner be William Shatner. Like, hey, William Shatner, be Shakespearean. Just go be evil. Just be evil Kirk for a minute. And he's like, yes. They applied eyeliner to make his eyes more startling, and they put Vaseline on him too, so he just always looked so sweaty.
That's how you told them apart, because I'm evil Kirk,
Well, and then they put the meek and indecisive Kirk in a lovely green tunic, a lovely green wrap tunic with some gold lace.
That's the informal, yeah.
Oh, and another thing, I love that they all wear capri pants. I love that the Enterprise is just full of capri pants and boots. What a look.
Those Beatles boots, yeah.
But so if these 2 pieces of Kirk are actual, like this is what these 2 sides do need to balance each other out in one person. Yeah. Kirk is just ready to rape a woman at any given time.
Yeah, you got more episodes to catch up on down the road. No, that one. When as I was watching it, I thought to myself, yeah, Rebecca's going to have a problem with this episode.
And the thing is, so when I have told people I'm going to be watching the original series, so many people said, I'm so sorry. And just heads up. And I was like, it can't be that bad, can it?
But, it's funny. It is. There are a lot of problematic things in it, but also at the same time, it was the most progressive show on television.
Yeah, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
I understand, but it really was at the time. It was the most progressive show on television.
It sure was. They had 3 women on the screen at one time.
Exactly.
Crazy.
And they all had jobs. All right.
They all had jobs. I personally really liked meek and indecisive Kirk. I wish we had more of him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you again down the road.
Okay, good. Maybe that's why I like Strange New Worlds so much. Is I like to see men with insecurities.
As I was watching this, I was like, I think that non-aggro Kirk could have done the job. He just didn't have the confidence to do the job. And all he was lacking was that confidence. That confidence didn't need to be linked to, these toxic male aggro kind of, it wouldn't have made for a very interesting story. I understand that. But, when I think about little boy Carrie watching that, I learned some not good things from this episode.
There's no right way to hit a woman.
There's no right way to hit a woman. And I need that in order to be successful. And so I think to myself, that's why I was such an asshole for so many years. I thought I needed that to be successful. You don't need it.
It's okay.
You don't.
It's 1966. We're not talking about our feelings yet. That's okay. So, according to Grace Lee Whitney, who plays Janice, while shooting the scene when a distraught, tearful Janice Rand accuses Captain Kirk of trying to rape her, William Shatner slapped her across the face to get her to register the proper emotion. As they shot the attempted rape scene days earlier, Whitney couldn't get into the same emotion successfully, and that was Shatner's solution, air quotes, to the problem.
But there's no right way to hit a woman.
There is a right. The one right way is if she's not delivering the level of performance that is demanded for a scene like this, Grace Lee Whitney. Ay, Dios mío.
I want you to make a shirt. This is Justice for Janice on it.
I'm sure it exists.
It probably does. Because the thing about Grace Lee Whitney is that she does not, spoiler, she does not stay on the show.
Good. I hope she goes to find a better job.
I think it's because of the difficult working conditions with Shatner and all of that stuff. You may find it out when you go down your minutia hole. You may find out why she left, but or I think she had a drug problem. I can't remember, but Janice Rand did need justice, and she does kind of get it in Star Trek: The Motion Picture, kinda.
I have difficulty believing she shows up in a movie in the 70s because her whole vibe right now is she has a hairdo and is there. That is like the whole vibe that I get from her.
But at the same time, young boys watching that were like, oh, Yeoman Rand.
Oh, wooga.
I mean, she's no Uhura, who just, wow, really rocked my world when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That skirt, so short. Impossibly short. Another thing about this episode, not really of any importance, dog in a costume.
Yes. Well, yeah. You can attach things to the dog to make him into an alien.
But it's very, very obvious dog in costume. And so I am 1 minute just savagely angry on behalf of Janice Rand, and then in the next scene, oh yay, a puppy.
Yeah. They separate the dogs just like Kirk, Mm-hmm. They were. Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about this dog is to demonstrate the two different types. So when the dog is calm, they gave it a lot of sedatives a few hours before.
Oh boy!
Which now goes against animal protection laws in Hollywood, which thank God.
Well, I think it was the Westerns that really brought that on, because they were literally killing horses. When you see the horses trip and fall, a lot of the times that was the last thing that horse did, And it happened all the time on TV shows, Bonanza, shows like that, Stagecoach. A lot of horses died in the making of the entertainment that I grew up with.
Love this for you.
I know.
But this is also the episode I mentioned earlier where I saw them throw Spock so hard that he broke the cardboard wall.
Because that was Aggro Kirk, right?
Of course, that was Aggro Kirk. And it hurt his gentle toss into the cardboard wall hurt Spock's legs so much that he couldn't stand up again.
So this was probably before that they established that Vulcans are actually stronger than humans. It's probably before they made that decision. Because you'll see as the show goes along, a lot of decisions are made just as you go along.
Within these first 5 episodes, we have the introduction of the Vulcan nerve pinch, which was created because Spock was supposed to punch somebody. I wish I could remember which specific episode, but Spock was supposed to punch somebody. But Leonard Nimoy was like, "No, this goes against the Vulcan culture. Let's come up with something else."
He was responsible for a lot of that Vulcan culture that we got to know with Spock. He came up with it himself. I mean, the live long and prosper, that he came up with it.
Live fast and get fucked, or whatever, as I like to say. Well, that does it for this episode. Thank you so much, Carrie, for joining me as we take this voyage through the stars.
When we do this again, I want more of your problematic stuff.
I'll start keeping lists, because
I want all that. I want to hear all of that.
Because right now it's mostly just sexually harassing and assaulting Janice Rand and telling the women that they need to look nice for their jobs.
I know. I can't defend a lot of it.
It's fine.
I understand why it happened, but that doesn't make it right.
It's okay.
As much as I enjoyed Uhura's uniform, it's really impractical.
Just like she's sitting down, just tights on butt. Like that's.
Oh yeah.
That skirt's not doing anything for anybody. Well,
now see. Now, you haven't watched Deep Space Nine yet.
No.
Because there is an episode of Deep Space Nine where they go back in time to this time period. And so they're all hiding there, and they're dressed in these uniforms.
Oh,
and Dax makes a comment about, I loved these uniforms when I used to have to wear them. I loved these.
Oh, my God.
That's to come. That's down the road.
Tune in next time where we will be discussing episodes 6 through 10, and we continue going where no man has gone before. But a lot of people have gone before, as evidenced by pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages.
Oh, yes.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, I'm looking forward to doing this again. Let me know when. I'm ready.
We're watching all of them. Okay, bye.